Alright, turns out I'm not done talking about this movie. I put it in the title, I put it in the thumbnail, and I'm gonna put it here. This is a spoiler talk. Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. In this video, I'm just gonna be spewing out spoilers left and right. If you have not seen it, or my spoiler-free review where I give my overall thoughts on the video, check out that video, go to the theater, watch Rise of Skywalker, then come back, join in the discussion. This video will be here for a while. So I have prepared a list of likes and dislikes. Each list is about the same size. I think I'm just gonna layer them. I'm gonna go like, dislike, just so that we can keep the video fresh and it doesn't sound like I'm praising it. It doesn't sound like I'm hating on it. Keep everything even. Like number 1, I actually liked Kylo Ren. Turns out I really like this character. I have liked him in all 3 movies. I haven't loved every part of all 3 movies. I haven't loved every part with him. But his overall story, I think, has been really, really well done. And I think Adam Driver is a wonderful actor. You know what? I even actually enjoyed his kiss with Rey, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, that came out of left field. No, they've been building to it for 3 movies. You just didn't want to see it. I actually thought his death was pretty decent. And I thought his convert over to the light side was also well earned and nice. Dislike: Rey's parents. You know, among the leaving the theater, I really wanted to like it. So I was like, oh, I just don't really know how I feel about it yet, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, now it's sat with me for a couple of days and I don't like it. It's weird. Why did she have to be a Palpatine? She could have been a Solo. She could have been a Skywalker. She could have been an Obi-Wan. I don't know. There was so many better theories out there. Like, why do you... I felt like a Palpatine... Making her a Palpatine kind of just felt like, whoa, what's the edgiest, coolest thing we can do with this? It's not really like a narratively driven thing. And I know they've said that since the beginning. I know that they were like, since the very beginning we knew how this trilogy was going to begin and how it was going to end, and that's BS. There's no way. I'm sorry. Palpatine did not belong in this movie, and you know it. The only question I have for this is, Palpatine having kids? When he, you know, got down, got busy, did he look like this? Or did he look like this? Because the question is honest to God haunting me and I've got to know. There's another like. I like the fact that Harrison Ford came back for a scene. I love Harrison Ford in general. Dude, I'm willing to watch Secret Life of Pets 2 because he's in it. Harrison Ford is just a national treasure. I'm happy that he came back. And you know what? That father-son moment between him and Ben was actually well earned, and I really enjoyed it. Dislike, and I can't believe I'm saying this, all the scenes with Leia. It's not the dialogue, it's not the acting, I promise. It's not Carrie Fisher's fault. As most of you know, I'm sure, Carrie Fisher unfortunately passed away as they were finishing up on Last Jedi, but they also didn't write her a death scene in Last Jedi. So they were kind of written into a bind here. So J.J. Abrams, out of respect for Carrie Fisher, decided to use unused footage from The Force Awakens and digitally insert her in this movie so that they can have scenes of Leia. It's a really nice sentiment. Really, it is. And I applaud him for that. Just so that way we can watch this movie and know that it's still Carrie Fisher. That said, It wasn't lit the exact same way as the other characters. It felt digital. It felt wrong. It felt like you took a video clip and you just photoshopped it into the middle of a scene that it didn't belong in. Every time someone talked to General Leia in this movie, it felt clunky and it felt off and it didn't work for me. If it worked for you, then more power to you. It did not work for me. Another like is every scene with Lando. Yeah, I know it's all used for fan service, like him flying the Falcon, or the fact that he and Luke went on these cool, crazy adventures, which, by the way, give us like a spin-off comic book or something like that. I really want to see that. But I just, you know, it's nice to have Billy D. Williams back. You know, it's kind of like seeing Admiral Akbar in Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Did he do anything at all? No. No. But you still like him. And he's still there. It's Trap. You know. Whatever, it was cool. Forgive me, I do not remember his name. But another like that I have is that new First Order officer. That guy was super cool. He was like Tarkin, almost. Like, he was pretty awesome. I mean, he was like a force you didn't want to be reckoned with. Like, and at times I think, like, no, he couldn't beat Kylo Ren in a fight because he doesn't have the force. But he could definitely beat him in an argument. That was a good villain. Which unfortunately leads me to my other dislike. General Hux straight up sucks. Force Awakens, he was like Space Hitler. Between Last Jedi slapping him around and this movie, he has become my least favorite Star Wars villain ever. Every chance they get, they try to make him as dumb as physically possible. And I'm getting irritated by it. I really like Babu Frick. I think he's adorable. I think he's funny. I mean, not both, you know, Baby Yoda cute, but pretty darn cute. If you want to give me a life-size plush of Babu Frick, I would not be disappointed, Disney. Merchandising, I see you. I also quite like the character of Jonna, the deserted female stormtrooper. I think it's a nice parallel to Finn's story. I did not, however, like that Power Ranger looking chick that Poe Dameron had a love interest for. It was a weird side quest, just trying to make him Han Solo, and it didn't work for me. Going back to what I said with Chewie, I'm really not liking these fake death, fake out things. With C-3PO, I'm taking one last look at my friends. I was like tearing up. I really felt it. You know, with the whole memory wipe thing, with like adorable, funny little Babu Frick. I thought it was, you know, it was well done. Until basically he just became C-3PO from Empire Strikes Back, and then I didn't really care as much. I did, however, quite enjoy the part that I'm supposed to enjoy, which is the final battle. I don't want to know the physicality or the in-universe explanation or whatever why Palpatine can just throw up the Force lightning and just knock out all these ships. I also don't want an explanation as to why Rey can bust out Leia's lightsaber, which is cool, by the way, and just block it, you know. I don't care. I know, I've actually heard some people online complaining about this. Doesn't bother me. I know she's a little OP. So is Palpatine. Maybe it's like a blood-related thing. I don't know. That was cool. I also liked the fact that she took Luke and Leia's lightsabers back to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's farm and buried it down in the ground using the Force. You know, they're playing, you know, Binary Sunset in the background, making me all swell up to John Williams. I mean, yeah, it was a little fan service, but like I said, some of this fan service really works, and it hit me hard. Including that gold lightsaber that she busted out of the Rey staff. Insane. Galaxy's Edge, please start selling it, because I might have to cave and buy it. So cool. I want that one and young Leia's lightsaber really bad. I know it's just a merchandising thing, it's not a part of the movie necessarily, but come on. How can you not just love looking at this staff that you've seen for 3 movies and like, that was cool. Unfortunately, the things that I dislike about the ending might be a little bit controversial. Look, I understand why they did it. But Chewie getting the medal at the end that Maz Kanata just ever so happened to have. I don't know if it was Han or Luke's or whatever. They both got the same medal. But she had Luke's lightsaber too, so maybe he just gave her a bunch of junk. Okay, now I'm picturing Luke Skywalker in his old age moving to a island and going, I don't need all this stuff, and having just like a yard sale, and she just, like a fangirl, buys all this stuff up. Anyways, there was a outcry like 2014, 15, I don't know, something like that, about Chewie not getting a medal in the medal ceremony scene in A New Hope. So they just decided, oh, this is the last movie, Chewie should get a medal now. Like, come on. This is like when fan service goes dark. I've also gone on a rant with some of my friends that have already seen it about this last line of the movie. Some people really dig it and some people really don't. Whenever they were like, who are you? And she says, Rey, and then looks over and sees the Force ghost of Luke and Leia and says, Skywalker, I absolutely despise it. It's awful. Not only is she not a Skywalker, so don't lie to me, but apparently her parents died as heroes. Palpatine's kid and his wife, I don't know if he had a son or daughter, so it could have been, you know, Palpatine's kid and their spouse, died as heroes trying to protect her. If your parents are really heroes, then just own up to it. I'm Rey Palpatine. Imagine how powerful that is. His name used to be used as fear in the galaxy, and now it's not. Now it's not used as fear, now it's used as hope. That would have been a phenomenal ending, and they just totally didn't do it. And I can't really figure out why. Anyways, like I said in my spoiler-free review, this movie is a bit of a mixed bag. I enjoyed parts, I didn't enjoy other parts. Yet I would still watch it again. You know, I think about 80% of this movie I did actually really enjoy. I just tend to go on a rant about some of the things that I don't, because I just wish that I would have liked the whole 100, and I didn't. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed hearing me go on this crazy rant. If you did, let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, go and subscribe for weekly adventures. Ring that little bell icon for notifications on every single episode. And I'm going to see you guys next time.